What's going on, everybody? It's Derrick.
And it's Doug. What's up?
Not a whole lot, man. How are you doing today?
I'm enjoying this nice spring weather we're having today.
I will 100% agree with you there.
I mean, I don't really have problems with my allergies today, which is nice because usually they're kind of like a thing.
Yeah, I can understand that. Normally it's like, oh my god. But today it was actually quite pleasant.
Right?
Actually, the later half of this week has been. It's been like, alright, maybe I'll go outside. Just kidding.
Maybe. Uh, you do know that there's a Jurassic Park like Pokemon Go game coming out, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm already pre-registered. I just want to make sure you knew that.
Yeah, I'm already pre-registered as well.
Other than enjoying this weather, I put the decals on my car that our mom sent us.
Nice. There
Yeah,
you go.
Splatoon.
Nice. I have been doing stuff for activity committee at work, and then streaming.
Nice. How's streaming going?
It's good, and I think we're talking about that later. So nice try.
Right?
But no, been doing activities committee at work, which is normally not something I normally do. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join the activities committee. We had a party this week. We have like 3 parties next week. So I've got planned all of them and everything. So it's been interesting.
Why so many parties?
Derby.
Oh, Derby.
Friday
Oh,
was
that's
Friday was a going away party. Tuesday is a meal, like a derby party. We're doing derby stuff, and then Wednesday I think we're going to the Chow Wagon. Thursday's working home. Friday no one's there, so it's like cool. Like the week is gonna fly by.
nice.
So you had something about derby?
At work we're doing a little Derby contest where we each named fake horses,
Okay.
and the winner who has the best horse named the voted the most wins like $30. I named my horse Wasted Degree.
Nice. Is it winning?
I don't know yet because they're not technically up yet.
Nice.
But like we have American Fury, the Houston Nightmare.
Nice. Wasted degree.
It's one of those. It's just so broad that everyone can love it.
I love it. I would
And then I think
vote for it.
we're having a potluck at work, which I need to figure out what I'm bringing.
Nice. See, I'm implementing with an iron fist a new process of deciding that. It's like your first and last name puts you down for these 2 items. So something is like complimentary item. So chips and dip. Cool. If you want to bring a dessert, you can, but you're only required to bring chips and dip. You want to bring, we got all the flatware. So it's like, you want to bring soda? Cool. You bring soda and cups. You want to bring hot dogs? Great. Your name designates you to bring hot dogs and buns. So you don't end up with 47 hot dogs and 4 buns. So it's
I dig it.
So it's like, okay, this is the way we're doing this now.
Although if you're bringing hot dogs, you'd think you'd bring buns too.
You would think, dude, last time we ended up with, I think, 3 dozen hot dogs for 40 people,
Okay.
10 bags of cheese,
Okay.
4 dips, and 1 bag of chips. It was like,
See,
huh.
my theory is like if you're all right, it's not just all right. It's not just I'm bringing drinks, soda. It's like your one item is soda and cups. You're bringing hot dogs. It's the physical hot dog and buns.
You would
That is
think.
your.
You would think.
I would make that your one and say, okay, now this is going to go. The second item is a complementary to the first 2, so you have hot dogs and buns, and all the condiments.
You would think. You really would, but they don't. Like one time we had like one small thing of like, I think it was like queso for 46 people, and it's like, hey, it's like like it was a tub barely bigger than you could get at Qdoba, and it's like, hey, so I have concerns, and those concerns is we don't have enough food for people. So I've been working on that, and then the streaming game. Other than that, this week has been kind of busy.
Nice. It sounds like you're a lot busier, but it sounds like, in a strange sense, you're a lot like happier and chipper.
Yeah, actually, it's been really fun, and I'll talk about that later because you have that on our list, which is also talking about a second thing on our list, but we'll talk about that later of why it is, I think.
Cool.
But before we go to the YouTube roundup, why don't we hear from our sponsors?
Thanks, guys. Our partner for this week's podcast is Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is an online digital store that sells some of the most popular games from the most popular game developers. But that's not all. They also offer bundle deals that change weekly and monthly that allow you to pay a designated amount for a collection of games or ebooks that can often save you hundreds of dollars. Humble Bundle then donates portions of its proceeds to a featured charity. In addition to this awesome business model, they have also partnered with us so we get a small portion of any purchase or donation through their website. All you need to do is go to our website, scroll to the bottom of the page, and click the Humble Bundle partner logo and shop for any games of your heart's desire. Thanks, Humble Bundle. Back to you guys.
Okay, let's go into our YouTube roundup. A couple
Yes.
videos. One of them I've been listening to non-stop.
It's poison to your head.
Yes. It is Nightcore's Hotto Dogu song.
Hotto Dogu, featuring Google Translate.
First of all, this isn't the original. I love the original.
I like the Nightcore just a little bit better.
It's a little bit faster, high pitched, but it's taking song lyrics, taking words like I like hot dogs because it's not dogs. I like hot dogs, burgers, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And making it sound like it's in terrible English.
Yes.
So and then this guy makes a song out of it. He makes all the beats, he makes everything for it. And then it's a really intoxicating song.
It is.
Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually really enjoy this. But yeah, I was like watching that one, and he's got one called Counting and How to Write a Rap Song.
Yes.
But the Nightcore version is just a sped up version of the original, which I'd like to talk more about as it's the original.
Yes.
But it's like it's really interesting because it's not just he picks random words, but he makes them sound good.
Yeah.
With all the beats and all the extra fluff on it. And then not only that, he's actually humorous about it. Like he's talking about you got to put in the cheat codes and it's all this. And if you're a Mac user, you should sell it and buy a Windows computer. So it's like this guy is funny and extraordinarily talented. So I loved it so much. And I've watched it about 3 to 4 times a day since I was sent it.
Yeah, same here.
Because it's like, oh, I seen it and I was like, oh, this will be dumb. And then I watched it and I'm like, okay. I unironically love this.
But here's the thing. It is dumb, intrinsically.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Intrinsically, it is incredibly stupid. But I was like,
oh, yeah.
I enjoy this so much.
Oh, we listen to it all the time at work.
Nice. Nice. You have anything else to say about this, since it's just a music video?
Not a whole lot. One more thing, backpedaling what we did this week. I got my tickets to Louisville SuperCon.
Nice. I've had them for a little bit.
Nice.
So I am ready for it.
Agreed.
You
hear they keep adding more people?
Yeah, I heard John Delancey.
Yep.
Who else has been added that you know of? John Delancey.
John Delancey. The voice of Robin and Poison Ivy from the original Batman series.
Nice.
But I'm really super excited that Charles Martinet's going to be there.
Okay.
I really want him to... that's the voice of Mario.
Oh, okay, okay.
I really want him to sign my gold Mario amiibo.
That would be awesome, dude.
Yes.
I already bought the manga for Ruby that I want the ladies from Ruby to sign.
Nice.
So, and it's got a poster in it that I want them to sign on their character. I'm
I
excited.
might try to pry. I bought Kelly, my fiance. I feel like I should stipulate my fiance, Kelly.
Yeah.
The Infinity War Teenage Groot Funko Pop.
Nice.
The guy who does the mocap for the Funko Pop is not for the Funko Pop, but for Teenage Groot. Sean Gunn is going to be there.
Nice.
So I'm going to see if I can't steal away the Groot from her and get it signed.
Nice. That's awesome.
Because if I took all of her Groots, because she has the Loot Crate exclusive Groot, the Holiday Groot, she collects the Groot Funko Pops.
Nice.
I need to get her another keychain because her keychain broke.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's move on to our second video. I think we're gonna have a lot more to talk about it since we talked a lot about it last week.
Yeah.
It was the Venom trailer.
How do you feel about it?
First of all, I'd like to clear something up.
Okay.
Yes, it does have the same music from Avengers Infinity War trailer. No, they didn't copy it. Do you know why?
Why?
That music is actually licensed to a different company. A company that specializes in making music for trailers. So, that music has been on other trailers, including Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Because it is not the Avengers trailer music. It is something else. It is Red Shift by a band. It is a production company that specializes in it. And this one is dark and melancholy. Kind of like, I don't know.
Avengers!
And Venom. So, yes, it is the same music. No, you can get off of your Marvel high horse and go, DC copying off of Marvel. How interesting. They must be worried. No.
Well, DC didn't steal anything because Venom is Marvel.
You know what I mean, Marvel. But this is gonna fail. They copied it from Avengers. No, they didn't. Now shut up.
Right?
I was reading on Reddit, people were like, why would they copy it from Avengers? And it's like, that's not Avengers music, right? But why would they do that? It was used in a popular trailer recently. Okay, you do have an argument there. However, I would like to throw out the idea that maybe, just maybe,
music's expensive.
Music is expensive, okay? Also, this trailer was done a while ago. They didn't just go... It's not like our podcast, which is recorded, and a day later is posted. It's recorded, and edited, and edited, and approved, and edited, and edited, and approved again, and again. And then it's posted. And in that time, Avengers used the same musical piece in their trailer. That's it. That's how it works. That's how production works. So stop with the complaining. Okay, now that I'm done complaining about the complaining, let's talk the Venom trailer.
Agreed.
First of all, Tom Hardy is an amazing actor, and I look forward to what he was doing.
Yes.
There was something interesting in there that first he goes, what did I do? And then eventually he changes it over to, what did we do?
Yeah.
I seen that and I was like, oh.
Another big thing I'm seeing complained about, especially on Reddit, is since when did Venom become an anti-hero? I mean...
Let me learn you some things.
I would never, ever, ever call Venom a hero, even anti-hero. I would just say he's slightly less of a bad guy.
He's not as bad as you could be.
You know why he wants to shut down the other company? Because, one, they are torturing symbiotes. Two, those symbiotes could be far worse than he is. Three, those far worse symbiotes encroach on his territory.
Agreed. Now, because symbiotes, the way they have their family relations, he's technically the father of Carnage.
Yes.
So it's like, well, in the comic books, Venom fought Carnage. So it's like, all right, guys, calm down. Like, you don't need to worry about he's an anti-hero or whatnot. And the other thing I heard about is, like, since when does Venom have the web powers? He's not been shown to be involved with Spider-Man. He only had those powers after he got to Spider-Man. Okay. Sure. Alright. You live with... If that's the reason you're not going to see this movie...
Wait, but here's the thing. They weren't web powers.
No.
They were just using his own body as a blade. It was more like he was using the ooze of his body as a whip.
Yep, but it's Reddit, you know. They'll complain about it.
And here's the thing. Like, we really don't see, especially in Venom's origin story in the comics, we don't see a whole lot of Venom before he gets a host.
Yeah. It's like, come on, guys. Like, it feels like they're wanting to complain about it because it's not part of the MCU. And it's like, hey, guys, you remember how you all love Deadpool? Technically, Deadpool is not in the MCU.
Yeah.
Technically.
You guys remember how you liked Spider-Man Homecoming? Technically also not. Not a Marvel MCU film.
Yeah.
It was a Sony film.
It was a Sony film, and it's like, okay, like, you guys can calm down now. This trailer was really, really good. I see people going, the CGI looks terrible. Dude, get over it. It's fine. It's not the final product.
The one thing I don't like for this trailer is how craggly, Rocky Venom looks in its full form. But granted, we only seen his full form for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. But
so
that's something
I'm concerned about that. I'm slightly concerned. In my opinion, Venom's always supposed to look oily and slick. But here's the thing. In the past years, I've decided, you know what? Wolverine definitely looks better in more of a, leather jacket or whatnot, the newer X-Men uniforms, and not yellow spandex.
Exactly.
So if we're gonna, we can change superhero designs. We really can.
It's all right.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time Magneto in the new films has the Magneto helmet on, I'm just like, okay, I guess.
Right.
Because it looks goofy on Michael Fassbender. However, on Ian McKellen, it looked pretty beast.
Oh yeah. I do want to say something that I am super pleased that they did not show everything in the Venom trailer.
Agreed.
It was like, oh my god, Sony made a better trailer than what Universal did with Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Like, I love Jurassic World, but it's like, there's going to be no surprises going in.
Yeah. They ended the trailer on the perfect line. No, we are Venom. And it was like, oh, snap, dog.
Yeah. It was like, oh, this is actually going to have something to surprise me with. Now, granted, there's probably going to be another trailer soon, before it comes out, at least.
Yeah.
But it's like, cool, you're not giving away story. It's like Venom. Here's the bad guy. He's an evil corporation. All right. Here's Venom. All right. Here's Tom Hardy. All right. Okay, that's really all you need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need to see Venom fighting all the bad guys, or that Venom was actually this or whatnot. No, we don't really need any of that. We're good for now.
Pretty much. You ended the trailer right as he formed and said, "We're Venom."
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's the perfect... If they ended, they had said, no more trailers till it comes out, I'd be 100% okay with it. Because it gives away precisely what it needs to hook you into the story. We are Venom. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really all you need. You don't need to know... You don't need to show that it's a genetically engineered dinosaur that's being sold because they're trying to make military weapons, and it gets released, and the island's exploding. No, wait, no, it's not. It's a setup to get the dinosaurs off the island to sell them. We don't need that in a 2-minute long trailer.
Yeah.
Okay? What twist do you have for us? Wait a minute, they're not trying to do that?
When do you think this whole idea of teasers and trailers spoiling everything?
Honestly, I think it's about to come to a head. Honestly. Because, like, Justice League
where do you
was
think it
bad.
started?
Honestly, superhero movies.
See, I would say it was Star Wars Phantom Menace.
How do you figure?
Like, in the trailer, you seen Darth Maul with his dual-bladed lightsabers. We weren't given the oh snap moment in the movie. We got it in the trailer.
See, I'm okay with that. I think because it's like, oh, who is that? He was an unknown character, so it was it was fine. But then in comic book movies, it's like, okay, not only do we have to show their powers, but we have to show why you should care about their powers and who they're fighting and why you should care who they're fighting. So you have to show more in a comic book. Whereas, like, you go see John Wick, it's like, oh, it's an action film. Or you go see Mission Impossible, it's like, we're going to show you cool action stunts. We're not going to tell you convoluted story points. It's just action. Whereas you go to a comic book, it's like, you go to a comic book trailer, it's like, they have to tell you about the hero. They have to tell you about the bad guy. They have to tell you about their powers. It's like, because otherwise, what are they showing you but a generic action film? But they need to separate it out as, hey, it's got some story, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just my theory. Like, I don't honestly know enough about the Phantom Menace trailer to argue and say, no, I don't think so, but I don't know. For me, showing Darth Maul is kind of fine because it's kind of like having Vader on the poster. Granted,
yeah, but here's the thing. We had never seen a dual-bladed lightsaber before.
well, I can understand in the trailer having that as like, it's showing the people who had seen the original, like, hey, there's more than this. And it's like, oh my god, a villain with with a double-sided lightsaber. This movie's gonna be nuts. I think what ruined it is the fact that his fight was like a 2-minute fight. And it's like, oh, he was not in this film nearly as much as that trailer made it sound like he was going to be the villain. He wasn't the villain in this trailer. The pod racing was. The droid army was the opponent, not Darth Maul. Whereas the trailer made it look like Darth Maul was the trailer, I guess. Just my theory.
I suppose.
That's just my theory, man. But I'm excited for a Venom trailer. I'm excited for Venom as a whole. I'm going to go see it. I hope it's R-rated. And Tom Hardy is fantastic. I love him in Fury Road.
Yes.
I'm just that gravelly voice of, what are we doing? We are Venom. It's like, yes. Yes.
That's a trap.
That's a trap. The number of times I've said that while gaming, it's like, that's a trap.
Yeah.
Anyway, you good on this?
I'm good.
All right, let's talk about the main topic, which is what goes into producing a single episode of the podcast.
Yes. I mean, I asked this question because, when you're looking in to make a podcast, you see, like, you just see the end product. Especially, recently it feels like Rooster Teeth podcasts have been going a little bit behind the scenes and talking about, like, their control room and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like, man, what goes into making a podcast? And what goes into our podcast, more specifically?
Yeah, I'd absolutely be okay with talking about that, but I think you should start it off because you actually kick off the process, unless you want to go me asking Friday night, hey, do we have notes for tomorrow? It's not really a step. That's really basically not a step.
We do have a format, and it does. We are always looking to change it and see what's going on with it. But we have things of like what we want to talk about, YouTube videos, and just different news articles. And I search throughout the week. Usually it's throughout the week, and I save myself notes.
Okay.
So it's not just like, oh god. Usually, like, the news articles come from, like, the night before because it's the freshest news.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the YouTube videos and the topic, they come a little bit earlier in the week.
Yes.
And then I just, go through the process and try to look it up and find things and get ready to talk about it, really.
Yeah, and then you'll send it back and go, "Hey, it's done," and I'll go and look at it and go, "Yeah, okay." I trust you, and generally I will have seen the YouTube videos already because it's stuff
Yes.
we've sent to each other in the middle of the week, going, "Dude, check out this sick video." Like I sent the Venom trailer out. You sent the Hotto Dogu video out. So we send videos back and forth and go, "Hey, what do you think about this one?" Like I had sent an Animal Crossing one. I was like, "Hey, what do you think of this one?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." You watch it and it's like, yes, no, maybe. We'll see. We'll throw it in the mix. See what goes. See how we like it. We'll watch it a couple times throughout the week.
Yeah.
For me, when I pick YouTube Roundup on occasion, I'll go back through history and go, "What have I watched? What have I watched a lot this week?" Not just like, stupid GIF with sounds or whatever, but it's like, what actually has some substance? Like, I didn't see a video until this morning on Eat Your Kimchi, Eat Your Sushi, Simon and Martina, and I was like, that would have been a good addition. We'll probably talk about it next week. Because I forever and always will talk about their videos. Like, their videos, especially their inspirational ones, are inspirational. Inspirational videos are inspirational. This just in, guys. But yeah, 90% of the time, I'll look over the notes and go, "Yep, that works," and make sure to. I generally make sure to try to thank you, and I know I don't do as good of a job as possible, but I try. And then we'll go to Saturday.
Yes.
Which we record Saturdays. And that fluctuates on occasion, timing especially.
Yeah.
But it generally starts off with connecting to Discord and everything and just shooting the breeze and going, "Hey, are you ready for this? Got any additions, thoughts?" Kind of like idea of where we're going to go sometimes. Sometimes the YouTube Roundup takes us places that we weren't planning on, so we're off the rails.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. In the main topic, it's just bouncing back and forth.
The main topic is there to facilitate the conversation. If it goes farther than that, it's like, that's cool.
Right. As far as technical side, I've gotten my notes up on one screen now, and so I record it 2 different ways at the same time. I record it with OBS to capture my sound and your sound. And that saves us one master track. And then I record it in Audacity of just my microphone so that it's my mic. And then I cut out when we start recording of like, "Hey, we do a clap sync, like 1, 2, 3, clap." And then you sync. That way I can sync yours and mine to the master and then delete the master. So that it's 2 clean audio sources.
Yes, because I also record on my end, as well as, have the notes up, obviously.
Yeah. So that's the technical side, and we'll have edits. Like, we talk about our sponsor, like we did today. Believe it or not, it's actually a pre-recorded piece that we say, "Hey, time for our sponsor." We leave a silent spot. We cut it out. A lot of the way it's done is editing, and the magic of editing. I don't want to make it sound more difficult than it is. I don't want to make it sound easier than it is. It takes practice. There have been times, especially when we had the soundboard, it's like, "Oh my god, there was an echo. This audio is terrible. Oh my god." And it's just about figuring out a way to mitigate damage, basically.
And plus, like, that used to be more of a problem when I would go over and we'd have 2 mics in the same room.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, oh, cool. I'm recording on my computer, and I usually do a quick, 5-second recording of my own voice just to make sure, hey, I have my mic where it's at. I'm leaning back in my chair. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Everything sounds cool.
Exactly. So that's like technical side. Then we do the podcast. We talk about it. We talk about this right now. You're listening to it right now, even. And then afterwards, we're finish recording, put it all in the Dropbox or the Google Drive, and then I download it and give it a rough edit. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to edit it out, which is amazing because it doesn't take that long. Because I've got all the format down that we really like. I've got everything already saved, templates out, the audio in and out, the sponsor cut, it's already done. So I just have to sync audio, make a couple changes, boom, and I can render it tonight if I want to.
Yeah.
And then get ready for it to upload on Sunday and Monday, respectively.
Yes. Now, what's exciting is, like, I'm excited that hopefully in the future, and potentially in the future, it's going to get a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Because I really like it to be complicated in that, hey, we have a podcast set and we go back to doing it live.
Yeah, I would love that.
We have the set and we have it with multiple camera sources.
Yeah, I would love that. It's one of those things of the more complicated it is, it means that something has changed, that something is better. And, you see all these podcasts. I posted up a picture on Instagram a couple days ago, and I think it absolutely makes 100% sense because of what it says. And you can tell I'm absolutely pausing and trying to get riffing just so that I can pull up the picture so I can read it. But my phone is actually a little slow, so it might seem like I'm riffing, but, I really, really kind of am. Oh my god, where's this photo?
Is the one with Dan on it?
Yes, it is, actually.
Want me to read it for you?
Yes, please.
Whenever you look at another creator or an artist that you respect, you're only seeing what took them a long time of work and doubt to push through. You never see the struggle behind it. So you think you're the only one struggling, when in fact, everyone goes through it.
100%. I 100% will agree with this. Of the first podcast we had was not good. I hate it. I leave it up for posterity of going, look at where we started. Yeah. I mean, it looks very mechanically the same. Like, it's back to me being at my desk recording with you. But that's the thing is, with you, we've made significant changes. Like, we added you. We added, and I don't want to say like, oh, we added you, but we added you. We added Sam. And then we started doing 3 people podcasts, and we fluctuate between 3, 2, sometimes we'll have 4 if we have a guest. Not too long ago, we had Tyler from Better Than Static. So it changes. And I think that's the big thing is, like, be prepared for a lot of hard work. And getting like all the RSS setup and the logos and stuff like that. The logos have changed over time.
And I guess, going into that, I guess this is why it kind of, and I want to say it like this, it hurts to not see it being shared on Facebook or Twitter and things like that. It's kind of like baby sea turtles, if I can. That it takes such a complicated process for them to even be, the eggs to be laid on the beach, them to hatch, and then for them to die right at the waterline.
I can see that.
And so it's like, why? Especially when, like, we have a really good episode and, like, we are really jazzed about it, we're happy about it, and it's like 3 shares, and you're just like, and the seagulls came and got it.
And they died.
They died on the beach.
Yeah, I can understand that. But at the same time, I also understand that not everything is everybody's jam.
Right. And that's why I say it's like kind of like, what? But it's like, whatever. I'm going to do this anyway.
Actually, yes. And I actually kind of want to merge this with Twitch news that you put down.
Okay.
Because I think there is a lot of crossover here.
Yes.
Recently, I got affiliate on Twitch. Which means basically like 3 average viewers over 30 days for all my streams, and 50 followers.
Yeah.
It sounds hard and it's easy at the same time, but it's easy and it sounds hard. Because like what I thought was going to be hard was going to be the followers, and that was the easiest thing. The average viewers, I thought, oh, that'll be easy, and it was the hardest thing. It took a lot of coordinated effort.
Yeah.
From you and Sam in particular. You guys killed it. But it's one of those things of, I'm going to be doing this anyway. Like, I come home, I do some things around the house with my family, and then I stream for about an hour most weekdays. And it's like, it's not a long time, but you know what? I'm enjoying it. Because then I finish up, I will go hang out with my wife before she goes to work, get with the kiddo before she goes to bed, and then I go to bed myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, a lot like the podcast. It's like, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, I'm messaging you guys and going, hey, I'm thinking about doing this game or doing this game. What do you guys think? And it's like, okay, cool. Like, let's figure this out. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work. And I was going to this earlier of, like, podcasts you see, like Nerdist, Rooster Teeth, Off Topic, Always Open, the Game Grumps one when they had it.
Right.
There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes of your favorite YouTuber, of your favorite streamer, of your favorite podcast, TV show, web show, anything. There's a lot of time put into this. This podcast is probably a little bit lower time budget than it probably could be. Setting up the notes the night before, recorded the editing in 20, 30 minutes and everything. But and the editing takes a little while longer. But it's like, that's okay. But it's a lot longer than some people would think. Because it sounds like, sometimes like the audio is bad, they're like, oh, they probably spent 10 minutes on this audio. No, and the audio is bad, we spent more time on it, trying to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those, like, we'll come up off a podcast and be like, oh, that was good, that was bad, like, oh, man. I don't know how I felt about that.
Yeah.
And we'll log off and we'll discuss how that was, what we have planned for the next 24 hours, practically. So there's a lot of discussion going back and forth. I highly recommend, if you're going to start a podcast, do it for fun. Do it with a friend. Do it with a friend that you are okay with spending a lot of time in communication with them, and that they will communicate with you.
Yes.
Communication is a huge factor of just communicate. That's my biggest thing of, like, podcasting, even media creation, is like, communicate. A good example outside of that realm is the party planning committee that I'm at work. We have a IM group. Hey, was thinking about this. What do you guys think? Communicate. Like, hey, I'm gonna have PTO this day, or hey, I'm not feeling good for this party. Can someone take over my position? Or hey, this, that. Communication solves a lot of problems because it's no longer just like, oh wait, what? I wasn't expecting this. Like, if you communicate, somebody will be able to pick up on it and talk to them. And be a part of a community. You were asking earlier why I've been so chipper and everything. I'm actually part of a different community that we kind of just talk. Like, we have the small portions for, like, going live on streaming, for promoting our stuff and everything. But a lot of it's just, like, talking. Like, hey, how are you doing today? And it's a group of content creators, streamers, asking each other, hey, how are you doing today? And it's an honest question, because you're not worried about, like, promoting your stream at the same time. So, like, you know what? I'm terrible. I am down. Work is going terribly. I'm just ready to go home and do my thing. Be a part of a community. You can't do it alone. You shouldn't do it alone, is a better way I should say that, because you technically can do it alone.
Yeah.
Much like I did the podcast alone before you, and it was terrible. I don't like those podcasts. You came on, and they're so much better because of community and content creation. Of like, oh, it's not all just on me. It's on a group now. Like, you're chatting and communicating. And there's my piece.
Pretty much.
You got anything else for it?
Nah, not really.
Anything else you can think of that goes into a podcast?
I would say it's diligently sharing and just kind of being on it and talking about it, and not, this gets sound strange, not letting yourself get bullied by social commitment of, I have to go do this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like at any moment, like we could have someone go, "Hey, I'm not going to be on the podcast today." Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that, and like during today's podcast, I actually got a call from one of my fiance's family saying, "Hey, you want to come over and have dinner?" I'm like, "Well, I'm currently in the middle of recording right now, so no."
Yeah. Decide, but also at the same time, decide what's important to you. If going and having that dinner is important to you,
But here's the thing:
go do it.
like this. I've already started doing this. This is what I'm doing. I'm not just going to be like, "Oh, heck, well, something better came along."
Yeah, make commitments and stick to them, but be willing to
Pretty
change
much.
those commitments at the same point. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
my
now
theory.
if they're like, "Oh, you want to come over like this up morning? Hey, you want to come over this evening for dinner?" Sure, I would text you, "Hey, can we record late this evening, tomorrow, even Monday? Because I have Monday off.
Yeah,
Can we do that?" Cool, yeah, and reschedule instead of just like, "Oh, wait, something better came along. See ya."
yeah, pretty much. All right, let's talk about gaming news.
Yes.
Okay, E3 2018. Nintendo will focus on Super Smash Bros. For the Switch.
Yes.
Be excited, and that will be on June 12th.
It'll be what?
June 12th.
Nice.
I'm so excited for this. I'm really hoping they also do an Animal Crossing.
I think they will.
But I think Smash Brothers will probably be the biggest game this year. Because Smash Brothers was a game changer. It was a game changer in the gaming industry,
Yes.
especially for the GameCube. Okay, anime news. I'm sorry, it's technically movie news, but it's anime news. Attack on Titans Season 3 international distribution picked up by Funimation. I'm excited for that because I like Funimation's products.
Me too.
So, an Attack on Titan Season 3 is really, really good. I know some of the storylines where it's possibly going to be going, and I am so excited for it.
Agreed.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Actually,
So
I
what are you
think
doing? What are you doing tomorrow?
we're actually recording a video for Nintendo Labo. Not sponsored.
Yes.
Let me be very clear, not sponsored. We're going to be recording some Nintendo Labo stuff.
Yes, and I'm going to actually go see Avengers. So
Nice. And probably in the morning, I'll probably end up streaming. So
you'll probably what?
I'll probably end up streaming.
Nice. We definitely need to make sure that Sam's on board for the Labo because of what came up today.
Correct. But we'll figure it out. Again, this is part of it. Figuring out if something cancels, it cancels. Move on with life.
Here's the thing: if it ends up to be like, oh, we can't do it tomorrow, but Monday will work, and then, for lack of a word, you don't have to be part of it if you don't want.
A bigger thing, I think, is last bit of word before we wrap up. Decide what's important.
Exactly.
Like, you can be mad at your friends for not being part of it or not sharing, but you're losing out on something. You're losing out on those friends.
Yeah.
And at the same point, they prioritize and say, hey, they're family. Like, if something up were with my wife, I'd be like, no, I'm out. The podcast we're not doing it today, or you guys are recording it on your own. However, it has to be because something is more important with my family. And
Exactly.
Family first. Figure out what your priorities are and stick to it.
Oh yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got,
Cool.
man. All right.
Same
Anything
here.
else?
No, I have nothing else.
Alrighty. So until next week, have a good one.
See ya.
Thanks, guys. And thank you to all of our listeners out there, because we really couldn't do it without you. We hope you enjoyed this week's Gaming and Chill podcast. If you'd like to know more about the podcast, follow us on social media, or learn how to support the podcast directly, check us out at www.gamingandchillpodcast.com. Also, be sure to stay up to date with Gaming and Chill by following us on Twitter at gaming_in_chill. Yes, that is gaming_in as in Nancy _chill. You can also find links to the articles, games, and videos mentioned in this podcast in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.